Unfortunate news now coming in. First casualty of an Indian national in the Turkey earthquake has now been confirmed. The government sources have confirmed to us that 35-year-old Vijay Kumar, who belonged to Pauri Garhwal in Uttarakhand, who came to Turkey on January 23, 2023 for a project work, has now been confirmed dead. He was staying in a 4-star hotel in Malatya region, one of the worst affected areas, and in fact this morning his documents were found from under the debris, under the rubble of the hotel where he was staying, but his body was yet to be found. And the family members who were sitting in Uttarakhand were praying that he is alive somewhere. But just a short while back, the government has confirmed to us that the first casualty of an Indian national has been confirmed. Vijay Kumar's body has been recovered from under the debris of a hotel in Malatya, and the body was identified by his family members. The rescue team, the rescuers on the ground took a picture of his body, of his crushed body, and I will again tell the viewers that the words we are using, the visuals we are going to show can be extremely triggering, so viewers discretion is advised. But the picture of his body was sent to his family in Pauri Garhwal in Uttarakhand. They identified the body by a tattoo on Kumar's left hand, and that's how the body was identified. And now it's confirmed that the first Indian national, there's a casualty of an Indian national, the first Indian national in the Turkey earthquake. In fact, he was an engineer who worked in Pauri Garhwal. He came to Turkey for a project work. Now we have spoken to our sources in MEA and the government, Indian government. The Indian ambassador in Turkey, Virender Paul, has already spoken to the Turkish government, and they are expediting the process to send the mortal remains to India back. It's extremely unfortunate for me to say this, but the body was found in a very bad state. It was completely crushed. It was under the debris of a 4-star hotel, of a multi-storied building for the last 5 days, and that's why the body was completely crushed. The government sources are telling us that they have to keep the body, the mortal remains, in a coffin, and that's how they have to send it back to his family in India, in Uttarakhand. And we are right now, you can see behind me an Indian flag. This is the army hospital which has been set up by the Indian Army unit in Iskenderun in Hatay province. Hatay is one of the worst affected regions. This is where the second earthquake came. The first was in Gaziantep province, where we were reporting yesterday. The second one was here, and now there are more than 90 countries have stepped up their aid, and they have set up medical camps, units, India being the first countries to help Turkey in this situation under Operation Dost. NDRF personnel was sent on the ground, and a hospital has also been set. And as you can see right behind me, we are at the army hospital where several Turkish people are right now being treated. In fact, yesterday, the Indian Army unit, the medical unit of the Indian Army, has successfully done a leg amputation surgery of a person who was completely, his leg was completely crushed. He was under the debris for 4 days, and he was brought into the Indian Army hospital where he was treated. A surgery was conducted, of a leg amputation surgery was conducted, and it was successful. So kudos to the surgeons, to the medical teams of India who have stepped up their aid, and indeed they are proving to be a friend of Turkey. That's what the Turkish ambassador said, that a friend in need is a friend indeed, and many countries have right now stepped up their aid. This is the hospital in Iskenderun in Hatay, one of the worst affected regions in Turkey, and now the death toll stands at 24,000. This is including Syria and Turkey, but in Turkey alone, at least more than 20,000 people have died. Thousands have been displaced. Thousands of children have lost their families, but the death toll is increasing by each passing minute, by the day. And in fact, it's the 6th day of the rescue operations in Turkey here on ground zero. But extremely unfortunate for us to report on this, but the rescuers are saying that it's a race against time for them. The harsh reality on the ground is that all they expect to find are now the dead bodies, because it's next to impossible for any person to be staying alive under the debris, under the rubble of huge buildings which have collapsed, without water or food for 6 days. So now it's a race against time. We really hope that rescuers are being able to rescue more people alive, but they are saying that the harsh reality on the ground is that all they expect to find are the dead bodies.